Hello the cop, please subscribe my channel for follow Liverpool Football Club news on everydays. BBC pundit picks out two Liverpool players who really struggled versus Fulham tonight. Two Liverpool players tonight's efforts against Fulham did not impress Dion Dublin. Against the Cottagers, the Reds had a difficult first 45 minutes, with Willian scoring the lone goal of the half. And Dublin told BBC Sport that Liverpool's centre-half combination in particular was having trouble as the 45 minutes were almost up. When Fulham advances, Raúl Jiménez is creating a lot of issues for the two Liverpool centre-halves, Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate, stated the former striker. Being physical and doing what all traditional centre-forwards did, holding the ball up. Putting the defenders through as much difficulty as possible. Liverpool's defense doesn't appear to be at ease. Liverpool struggle to deal with Jimenez. With this study, Dublin is 100% accurate. Furthermore, Jimenez has already caused difficulties for Van Dijk and associates. Ironically, the Mexican and Diogo Jota used to often give Liverpool a hard game when they played for Wolves. This evening, Jimenez was once again pulling off his old antics with the help of Willian and Andreas Pereira. In particular, Van Dijk was unable to control his direct opponent. The Red skipper simply never looked at ease, possibly still suffering from a hangover from the sickness that kept him out of Sunday's victory over Arsenal. Not only was Van Dijk facing Jimenez, but he struggled to relax all evening. The 32-year-old was not at his best, getting underneath headed clearances and being a touch careless with his passing game. Van Dijk probably wouldn't have been playing this evening had Liverpool been playing at full strength. However, given the Reds' current injury woes, they couldn't afford to leave him out. Liverpool needed Virgil's leadership because they were without their vice-captain, Trent Alexander-Arnold, as well as veteran players Mohamed Salah, Andy Robertson, and even Alisson Becker. Tonight, that was somewhat absent, for once. Regarding Konate, we believe that he improved significantly throughout the game. Although he wasn't quite performing to the same extent as he did against Arsenal, the Frenchman was still fairly good. Both the couple and themselves will have brighter days in the future. Just a bad evening. There's nothing to be concerned about. Virgil van Dijk branded overrated and rubbish by former Chelsea player after Fulham win. After Fulham won, Virgil van Dijk was called overrated and rubbish by a former Chelsea player. Virgil van Dijk was called garbage and overvalued following Liverpool's victory against Fulham. On Wednesday night, the Reds welcomed Marco Silva's team to Anfield for the first leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. In the 19th minute, Van Dijk made an uncommon error that let Willian score inside the penalty area, putting Liverpool down. With goals from Curtis Jones and Cody Gakpo in the second half, Jurgen Klopp's squad prevailed 2-1 to set up the second leg. Jason Cundy, a former Chelsea player, gave a harsh evaluation of Van Dijk's performance following the game. "He can do this, Van Dijk," he stated on TalkSport. "He occasionally installs displays that make you think, that's a bit rubbish. He not only heads the ball in the wrong direction when you want him to. In my opinion, he is overrated. I don't think he is anywhere near the levels, consistently, of people like Rio Ferdinand, John Terry, and Sol Campbell," Cundy continued. "Personally, I don't think he is even close to that. He's had 2 successful seasons. I'm sure the injury he sustained against Everton during COVID will be brought up frequently. It was an awful wound. He is without a doubt exceptional. He may not be in that all-time Premier League starting lineup, though. He is not even close to it." In 2018, Van Dijk moved from Southampton to Liverpool for an alleged £75 million. After that, the Dutchman established himself as a key member of Liverpool's winning team, which went on to win the FA Community Shield, UEFA Super Cup, FA Cup, League Cup, FIFA Club World Cup, and Premier League. Van Dijk sustained a devastating ACL injury during the season that Liverpool was the defending champions, following a heinous challenge by Everton goalkeeper Jordan Pickford. The 32-year-old has been playing considerably more like his best lately, as Liverpool leads the Premier League standings. "I loved every minute of it," beamed Connor Bradley after his impressive performance to help Liverpool beat Fulham in the Carabao Cup semi-finals. Making his second start of the season at right-back on Wednesday night, Bradley's efforts earned him the Player of the Match award from supporters. The Reds fell behind in the first leg of the last four encounter at Anfield, with Willian firing into the Cop-end net on 19 minutes. But the hosts rallied and wrested back control of the tie in the second half as Curtis Jones' deflected strike was followed by a slick Cody Gakpo finish to secure a 2-1 win. Post-match, LiverpoolFC.com caught up with Bradley to reflect on the evening's events. On the chance to start a cup semi-final at Anfield. "I was nervous, to be fair, before the game. But I'm just glad we won the game. Obviously that's only half the job done. But the boys played well, did well to come back from a goal down. So, very happy. On needing a few minutes to grow into the game. Yeah, to be fair, this is my first game back here since I was on loan, starting obviously. So it took me a few minutes to get into it, but once I got into it I loved every minute of it. Obviously it's a dream for me to play at Anfield and I'm just buzzing with how it went." On filling in for the injured Trent Alexander-Arnold. "Yeah, obviously Trent is probably the best right-back in the world at the minute, if not the best player in the world the way he's playing. So he's a big miss for us, but I just tried to do everything I could to fill in for him. And thankfully we got the win." On the importance of playing his own game in the position rather than trying to replicate Alexander-Arnold. "Yeah, definitely. Obviously I'm not Trent Alexander-Arnold, so I'm just going to play my game and just contribute what I can to the team. Hopefully that does us well." On the key message from the manager at halftime with the Reds trailing 1-0. "I think we just needed more runs in behind. They wanted me to stay on the last line, obviously give us a bit of width and stuff like that. We just needed more runs in behind and needed to create more chances. Thankfully we did that and we got 2 good goals." On the impact of Gakpo and Darwin Núñez as second-half substitutes. "Yeah, definitely, both world-class players and you saw their impact in the game, they were brilliant when they came on. To still have that depth with the injuries we do have is really good." On the influence Liverpool fans had on turning the score around. "The fans were unbelievable, the roar especially when we scored that first goal and any time we put a tackle in or played a good pass forward. They were right with us, the fans were brilliant. On the nice feeling of being one good result away from Wembley. I hope we do get to Wembley. Obviously we're only halfway there but it would be special getting to Wembley again and hopefully pick up the first trophy of the season." Hello the Cop, please subscribe my channel for follow Liverpool Football Club news on everydays.